In today's lecture, we'll study about nuclei with questions and answers. This is included as chapter 13 in Physics for class 12. All of you know that the syllabus for the year 2020-21 has been revised. Some of the portions like radioactivity, alpha, beta and gamma particles, rays and their properties, radioactive decay law, half-life and mean life, as well as binding energy per nucleon and its variation with mass number has been deleted. The total marks allocated in your board examination for questions on this chapter are 6, out of which 5 marks for long answer type question or numerical problem and 1 mark for very short answer has been assigned. This chapter contains a revision with notes, important formulae, question and answers, very short answers type 1 and type 2, and numerical problems. This is a very important chapter. Please study it with full concentration and practice repeatedly because you can score 100% marks in this chapter. I welcome you again. First slide on this subject is introduction of nuclei. Nuclei is the plural of nucleus. The singular name is nucleus and the plural is nuclei. Nucleus is located at the center of an atom and contains entire positive and almost whole mass of an atom. Please see the figure on the right hand side. Is an electron orbit. Electrons are located and they are revolving around the nucleus in the dotted lines as shown in the diagram. The central part is the nucleus, and nucleus contains the entire positive and almost whole mass of an atom. Electrons revolve around the nucleus to form an atom. The nucleus consists of protons, that is positive charge, and the neutrons, that this blue colored mark is having protons and neutrons, and proton is positively charged and neutron is neutral. A proton has a positive charge equal in magnitude to that of an electron, that is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb, and mass equal to 1840 times that of an electron. So, proton has got a mass equal to 1840 times that of an electron. A neutron has no charge and its mass is approximately equal to that of proton. So, both proton and neutron have mass, and proton is positively charged and neutron is electrically neutral. Properties of nuclei. Nuclear mass. Atomic mass is approximately equal to the nuclear mass, as the mass of electron is almost negligible. Atomic masses are measured in atomic mass unit, that is AMU, which is defined as 1 AMU is equal to 1.6604 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kg that is equal to 1 unit, 1 U, that is equal to 931.478 mega electronic volt per coulomb square, and its energy is equivalent to 931.48 mega electronic volt. Please remember these numerical values. I will repeat for your sake. 1 atomic mass unit equals 1.6604 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kg. That is equal to 1 unit, that is equal to 931.478 mega electronic volt per coulomb square, and its energy equivalent is 931.48 mega electronic volt. These values are important not only from your examination point of view but also for solving the numerical problems. Next point. The number of protons in a nucleus of an atom is called atomic number Z or Z. So, the number of protons, Z is the number of protons. The number of protons plus neutron in a nucleus of an atom is called the mass number, that is A of that atom. So, protons plus neutron is the mass number and atomic number is the number of protons. This also you remember. A particular set of nucleons forming an atom is called nuclide. It is represented as XA superscript A and suffix Z as shown in the figure, that is XAZ. The nucleides having the same number of protons but different nucleons are called isotopes. Please remember this, that is if a nucleide having the same number, if Z is same for different nucleides but different A, if A differs from one element to another element but Z is same, these are called isotopes. The nucleide having same number of nucleons, that is if A is same but Z differs, then these are called isobars. So there is a difference between isotopes and isobars. Isobars are having same A but different Z. Isotopes are having same Z but different A. The nucleides having the same number of neutrons, that is if the difference between A and Z is same, then they are called isotones. Next slide. Properties of nuclei. Nuclear charge. Since nucleus contains positive charge protons, and that is the charge equal to plus 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb, and neutrons, that is neutral. So every nucleus has a net positive charge. So please remember, nucleus is positively charged. Nuclear radius. A rough estimate of nuclear size suggests that the radius of nucleus of an atom having a mass number A is given by R is equal to R naught into A to the power of 1 by 3, where A is the atomic, A is the mass number and R is the radius, and R naught is a constant represented as Fermi. Its R naught unit is Fermi and its value is 1.4 into 10 to the power of minus 15 meters. So the radius can be estimated as R is equal to R naught into A to the power of 1 by 3. Nuclear density. In spite of the fact that nuclear radius depends on mass number, nuclear density is independent of the mass number. Please note, nuclear density is independent of the mass number because neutrons are supposed to be almost same mass as that of protons. Then the total mass of nucleus is proportional to A. If each nucleon is supposed to have a mass m, then nuclear density is given by rho is equal to ma divided by 4 by 3 pi r naught cube into a, that is equal to 3m by 4 pi r naught cube. Which is independent of A. So nuclear density is mass over volume, and this is given by the relationship rho is equal to ma divided by 4 by 3 pi into r naught cube A, that is equal to 3m divided by 4 pi r naught cube, which is independent of A. Nuclear spin and magnetic moment. Like orbital electrons in an atom, nucleons inside the nucleus have well-defined quantum states. Correspondingly, they have angular momentum and hence a magnetic moment. Like electrons, nucleons also have angular momentum and magnetic momentum corresponding to their spins. So, orbital electrons in an atom, nucleons inside the nucleus have very well defined quantum states. Correspondingly, they have angular momentum and hence the magnetic moment. Like electrons, nucleons also have angular momentum and magnetic moment corresponding to their spin. Nuclear force. If only the electrostatic and gravitational forces exist in the nucleus, then it would be impossible to have stable nucleus composed of protons and neutrons. The gravitational forces are too small to hold the nucleus together compared to electrostatic forces repelling the protons. Since stable atoms of neutrons and protons do exist, there must be another attractive force acting within the nucleus. This force is called nuclear force. So what does it mean? If there is only electrostatic and gravitational forces existed in the nucleus, then there won't be any stability of the nucleus because neutrons are neutral and protons are positively charged. So the gravitational forces are also much too small to hold the nucleus together. Hence, they will be there will not be any stability due to electrostatic forces are repelling and gravitational forces are also acting on that. Since atom is a stable and comprises of neutrons and protons, there must be another attractive force acting within the nucleus. This force, apart from gravitational force and electrostatic force, is called nuclear force. Properties of nuclear force. They are charge independent. The nuclear force between two protons is same as that of two neutrons or between protons and neutrons. So hence the magnitude of nuclear force is same whether it is between proton and one proton and another proton, or one proton and one neutron, or between two neutrons. The value is same. This is known as the charge independent character of the nuclear force. So nuclear force, like electrostatic force or gravitational force, is not depending on the charge of that particular particle. They may be repulsive or attractive. Repulsive at exceedingly small distance between nucleons, appreciably smaller than 10 to the power of minus 15 meters. It is a short range of force of radius smaller than 10 to the power of minus 13 centimeter. So the force is a short range of force less than 10 to the power of minus 13 centimeter. Nuclear force is of saturation character, as each nucleon can interact with only limited number of nucleons. So nuclear is of saturation character, that is, it will not exist continuously. As such, it can interact with only limited number of nucleons. One nucleons cannot be interacting with all the other nucleons, but it can interact with only a small number of nucleons surrounding it. Nuclear forces are the strongest of all the forces like electromagnetic and gravitational forces. That is why it has strong interaction. Nuclear force is spin dependent. If two interacting nucleons are having parallel spins, then nuclear force operating between them is comparatively stronger. That is, if the nuclear force of two nucleons is in parallel and in the same direction, they are comparatively stronger. Whereas if the forces are in opposite direction, then they are anti-parallel. The nuclear interaction is weak. Nuclear force is non-central force. That is, they cannot be represented as directed along a straight line connecting the centers of interacting nucleons. It is non-central nature. Its non-central nature is due to the fact that it depends also on the orientation of the nucleon spins. Mass defect and binding energy. It is observed that the mass of nucleus is slightly less than the sum of the masses of the constituent nucleons. Suppose a nucleus consists of Z protons and N neutrons. Mass of a proton and a neutron and the resulting nucleus are MP and Mn and M represent respectively. Then mass defect of nucleus is given by delta M is equal to ZMP, that is, number of Z is the number of protons and MP is the mass of proton, plus A minus Z, that into Mn, where Mn minus M. M is the mass of the total mass of a proton minus m. Okay, please note delta m is equal to Z. Z is the number of protons, mp is the mass of proton, plus A minus Z into Mn. Mn is the mass of the neutron minus M. In terms of atomic masses, we may also write mass defect as delta M is equal to Z into H11 plus N into Mn, that is mass of neutron, minus M of X into XAZ. This is the mass defect. Delta M is the mass defect, where MH11 is equal to mass of one hydrogen atom and M of XAZ is equal to mass of an atom having atomic number Z and atomic mass number A. Example. Let us explain this by an example. M of mass of one hydrogen atom H11 is equal to 1.00784 unit, that is atomic mass unit, and mass of neutron is equal to 1.00784 unit. Expected mass of deuterium is equals 2.01654 unit, but measured mass is 2.0141 unit. That means there is a difference in mass of hydrogen atom measured and that of expected. That is, when we add mass of neutron and mass of proton, we should get the value as 2.01654 unit. But when we measure it, it is less, that is equal to 2.0141 unit. This difference in mass is called the mass defect. Binding energy. To break a nucleus into its constituent nucleus, some energy is required. That is, to break the nucleus, we need some energy. This energy is called binding energy of the given nucleus, or the energy equivalent of missing mass of a nucleus is called the binding energy of the nucleus. That is, in the previous example when we have taken the difference between expected mass and the measured mass is called the binding energy of the nucleus. Nuclear fission. The breaking of a heavy nucleus into two or more fragments of comparable mass with the release of tremendous energy is called nuclear fission. The most typical fission reaction occurs when the slow-moving neutrons strike U-23592. The following nuclear reaction takes place. So here please see the equation for the radioactivity. That means U-23592 plus a nucleon 01, when we add it reacts. When you add it becomes barium 141 to 56 plus Kr 9236 plus N 103 plus 200 mega electronic volts. When we break If more than one of the neutrons are capable of inducing a fission reaction, provided U-235 is available, then a number of fissions take place at successive stages, goes on increasing at very brisk rate, and this generates a series of fission. This is also known as a chain reaction. The chain reaction takes place only if the size of fissionable material U-235 is greater than a certain number called critical size. So here you see when this U-231-92 interacts, then it breaks into barium and crystal and releasing a large number of energy, 200 mega electronic volts. If the number of fissions in a given interval of time goes on increasing continuously, then the condition of explosion is created. In such cases, the chain reaction is called uncontrolled chain reaction. This forms the basis of an atomic bomb. See, this release of energy due to breaking of U-235 nuclei results in release of energy. And if this energy is not controlled, then it results in an atomic bomb. In a chain reaction, the fast-moving neutrons are absorbed by certain substances known as moderators, like heavy water. Then the number of fissions can be controlled, and the chain reaction is known as controlled chain reaction. This forms the basis of nuclear reactor. Thus, if the chain reaction is uncontrolled, it becomes a bond. If the chain reaction is controlled, it becomes a nuclear reactor. Nuclear fusion. The process in which two or more light nuclei are combined into a single nucleus with the release of tremendous amount of energy is called nuclear fusion. In the previous slide, we studied about the fission reaction. Like a fission reaction, the sum of masses before the fusion and the difference appears as fusion energy. Thus, the sum of masses before fusion, that is of a bigger nucleus, and the difference appears as a fusion energy. The most typical fusion reaction is the fusion of two deuterium nuclei into helium. Please see the chain reaction. Here H21 plus H21, when it is combined, we get two hydrogen atoms, H21 plus H21. When it is combined, we get helium 42, He42 plus 21.6 mega electronic volt. So by combination of nuclei, we get a release of a very large quantum of energy. For the fusion reaction to occur, the light nuclei are brought closer. Hydrogen nuclei is a light nuclei, and when two hydrogen atoms are brought together each other with a distance of 10 to the power of minus 14 meters, this is possible only at high temperature. So this combination, we have to heat it to a very high temperature to counter the repulsive force between the nuclei. That means when two nuclei are brought together, there is a repulsive force. But if we heat it, then we can overcome these repulsive forces and we can form a fusion reaction. The inner core of Sun, for example, the inner core of Sun is at a very high temperature and is suitable for fusion. In fact, the source of Sun and other stars is due to nuclear fusion reaction, because there is large quantum of heat generated at the Sun's inner core. Conservation laws in nuclear reaction. Nuclear reaction process has led to formulation of useful conservation principles. The four principles of most interest in this module are discussed below. Conservation of electric charge implies that charges are neither created nor destroyed. Single positive and negative charge may, however, neutralize each other. It is also possible for a neutral particle to produce one charge of each sign. So, according to the conservation of electric charge principles, charges can neither be created nor destroyed. Single positive and negative charges may, however, neutralize each other. It is also possible for a neutral particle to produce one charge of each sign. Conservation of mass number does not allow a net change in the number of nucleons. That is, total number of protons and neutrons should also remain same on both sides. So, just like conservation of charges, electric charges, there is conservation of mass number also. But it does not allow a net change in the number of nucleons. That is, the total number of protons and neutrons should also remain same on both sides of the nuclear reaction. However, the conversion of a proton into a neutron and vice versa is allowed. Conservation of mass and energy implies that the total kinetic energy and energy equivalent of mass in a system must be conserved in all decays and reactions. Mass can be converted into energy. Please note here, very important. Mass can be converted into energy and energy can be converted into mass. But the sum of the mass and energy must be constant. In nuclear reactions, sum of the masses before reaction is greater than the sum of masses after the reaction. The difference in masses appears in the form of energy following the law of interconversion and mass energy. That means in nuclear reactions, sum of the masses of the reaction is greater than the sum of the masses after. Before reaction it is great and after the reaction it may be less. The difference in mass appears in the form of energy, following the law of interconversion of mass and energy. The energy released in this nuclear reaction is called the Q value of a reaction and is given as follows. If the difference in mass before and after reaction is delta M, atomic mass unit, that is delta M equals mass of the reactants minus mass of the products, then the Q value is equal to delta M into 931 mega electronic volts. Conservation of momentum is responsible for distribution of available kinetic energy among product nuclei, particles and/or radiation. Conservation of momentum is responsible for the distribution of available kinetic energy among product nuclei, particles or radiation. The total amount is same before and after the reaction. even though it may be distributed differently among entirely different nucleides or particles. Please remember, these are the basic laws of conservation in nuclear reaction. Having studied about the nuclei, mass defect, binding energy, and nuclear reaction and nuclear forces, let us revise the useful data applicable for solving the exercises. This is given here. E is equal to charge of electron is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. And N is equal to 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 per mole. K is, we know, 1 over Kg 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught. That is equal to 9 into 10 to the power of 9 Newton meter square per coulomb. And K is also written by substituting the values of pi and epsilon. We get K is equal to 1.381 into 10 to the power of minus 23 joules per degree Kelvin. 1 mega electronic volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 13 joules. This is the relationship between mega electronic volt and joules. 1 atomic mass unit is equal to 931.5 mega electronic volt per coulomb square. And this is 1 year can be expressed as 3.154 into 10 to the power of 7 seconds. This S is for second. Mass of an hydrogen atom is equal to 1.007825 units. And mass of helium atom He42 is equal to 4.002603 units. Mass of one neutron is equal to 1.008665 unit. Mass of an electron is, you see, it is very less, is equal to 0.00054 units. U is atomic mass unit. This, please remember, this data will be used in solving the numerical problems. Let us solve some exercises. First example, two stable isotopes of lithium Li63 and lithium 73 have respective abundances of 7.5% and 92.5%. These isotopes have masses 6.01512 units and 7.01600 units respectively. Find the atomic mass of lithium. You see here given abundances. So given Li63 is equal is 7.5%. Li6 7.5% and Li73 is 92.5%. These are isotopes. You see, atomic number is same, but mass is different. Masses 6 given, it is also given Li63 6.01512 units, and it is also given Li73 is equal to 7.01600 units. These are given. All these four items given. One is 7.5, 92.5 and this. Atomic weight. Weight of average isotopes. Therefore, we can calculate the atomic weight. So, simply we have to multiply this 7.5 into 6.01 to find the mass. And similarly, this 92.5 into 7.0160. 7.01600 divided by the total mass, that is 7.5 plus 92.5, that is 100 divided by 100. Therefore, that will be 45.1134 plus 648.98 divided by 100. That is 6.941 atomic mass unit. So this is, he has asked what is the atomic mass unit of lithium. So we have to simply multiply abundances at the quantum, the ratios with the respective mass. Add it and divide by 100. Part B. Boron has two stable isotopes. B105 and B115. Their respective masses are also given here. Please read this example very carefully. Their masses are, that is B105 mass is 10.01294 and B115 is 11.00931 units. This respective. And the atomic mass of boron is 10.811. Find the abundances. And here in the previous example, abundances were given and respective masses were given, and we had to find the atomic mass of the total. Here total atomic mass is given and respective masses are also given, and we have to find out the percentage. What is the percentage? So please note down, please copy this question and write down the given values. What is given? Okay, I have put it in a question mark. While copying, while noting down in the book, you please record it. Therefore, we will solve it. Let the relative abundance of V105 be X% and relative abundance of the of B115 will be 100 minus X. Therefore, 10.n given mass is here 10.811 is equal to X into the respective mass 10.129X plus 11.00931 into 100 minus X divided by 100. Therefore, X will be 9.9% and 100 minus X is equal to 80.1%. This is the answer. Next example. The three stable isotopes of neon Ne2010 and Ne2110 and Ne2210 have respective abundances 90.51%, 0.27% and 9.22%. The atomic mass of three isotopes are 19.99, 20.99 U units and 21.99 U units respectively. Obtain the average atomic mass of the neon. Given Ne2010 is equal to 90.5. Therefore, mass is given as 19.99. Ne2110 equals 0.27%. Mass is equal to 20.99. and Ne2210 is equal to 9.2 and 21.99. Therefore, average atomic mass of neon is M into Ne. Therefore, we have to add simply these values, that is 90.5 into 19.99 plus 0.27 into 20.99 and then 9.2 into 21.99 into 10 to the power of minus 2. That is equal to 20.18 atomic mass unit. This is the answer. Exercise number 3. Obtain the binding energy of a nitrogen nucleus N147 given a mass of N147 is equal to 14.00307. In the revised syllabus, binding energy numerical examples are perhaps deleted. However, I have added it. You please note down. Nitrogen nucleus is equal to N147. Therefore, mass of N147 is equal to 14.00307. It is also given. Therefore, N147 is made up of 7 protons and 7 neutrons. Therefore, A is equal to mass is equal to 7 mp into 7 mn. That is mass of proton plus 7 into mass of neutron. Therefore, mass of 7 protons plus mass of 7 neutrons. 7 into 1.00783 plus 7 into 1.00867 unit. That becomes 7.05431 plus 7.06069 atomic mass units. That is 14.11550 atomic mass units. Mass of nucleus is equal to M of N. This capital N represents the nucleus. There it is given as mass of nucleus is given as 14.00307. You please see the question. Here it is given. Mass of N14 is there is nothing but mass of nucleus is equal to 14.00307. Therefore, mass defect is mass of the given material, that is nitrogen, minus mass of nucleus. Therefore, mass of nitrogen atom is, here we have calculated mass of 7 protons and 7 proton theoretical value 14.1150 minus actual value. Actual value is 14.00307. So the difference gives the mass defect 0.11243 atomic mass unit. Therefore, energy equivalent of the mass defect is, we have to multiply this value by 931. 0.11243 into 931 mega electronic volt. Therefore, that is 1.104.67 mega electronic volt. Therefore, binding energy in terms of a mega electronic volt is 104.67. Having answered and solved numerical problems, we will take up 1 mark questions on this subject. Question number 1. How many neutrons will be there in the nucleus of an element with mass number A and atomic number Z. Answer. The number of neutrons will be A minus Z, where A is the mass number and Z is the atomic number. Question number 2. Mention the commonly used unit to measure the nuclear mass. Answer. Nuclear mass is measured by atomic mass unit denoted by AMU or U. Question number 3. Mention the SI unit of activity. Answer. Becquerel, that is within brackets BQ. Question number 4. What are isotones? Answer. Nuclei of different elements having the same number of neutrons, that is isotones have different elements but same number of neutrons are isotones. Question number 5. How does the radius of nucleus vary with respect to mass number? Answer. The relationship is given by radius r is equal to r naught into a to the power of 1 by 3. 2 mark questions. Question number 1. What is mass defect? Write the formula for the mass defect for the nucleus of an element AZX. Answer. The difference between the sum of masses of constituent particles and the actual mass of nucleus is known as mass defect. Mass defect delta M is equal to Z into MP plus A minus Z into Mn, close the bracket, minus M, where Mp is the mass of proton and Mn is the mass of neutron. The other things Z, A, M has been explained in our earlier slides. Question number 2. Mention any two characteristics of nuclear forces. Answer. Strongest force in nature, oblique short range, oblique non-central, oblique charge independent, oblique spin dependent, saturated. These are all the characteristics of nuclear forces. That is, it is a very strong force but short range. It is not non-central. It is charge independent. It is spin dependent and it is saturated. You can mention any two of these characteristics in your answer. Question number 3. Mention the order of nuclear density. How does the nuclear density vary as we move from center to the surface? Answer. Rho, nuclear density rho is given by rho is equal to 10 to the power of 17 kg per meter cube. Nuclear density remains constant as we move from center to the surface. Question number 4. Define nuclear fission and give an example for it. Answer. The process of splitting up heavy nucleus into two or more fragments of comparable masses along with the liberation of energy is known as nuclear fission. For example, U-235-92 plus N01 splits and gives 3N01 plus krypton 3689 plus barium 56144 plus energy. 3 mark questions. Question number 1. Define atomic mass unit. Mention Einstein's mass-energy relation. Answer. 1/12 of the mass of one atomic nucleus of carbon-12 is known as atomic mass unit, denoted by AMU or U. This unit is normally used to measure the mass of nuclei. According to Einstein's mass-energy relation, when a mass m is converted into equivalent energy is given by mc square. Note, energy equivalent of one mass unit is mass of 1 mole of carbon-12, that is equal to 12 grams, equal to 12 into 10 to the power of minus 3 kg. Therefore, mass of one atom of C12 equals 12 into 10 to the power of minus 3 divided by 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 kg. Therefore, energy equivalent of one atomic mass unit is equal to delta M into C square, where C is the velocity of light in vacuum. Therefore, that is equal to 12 into 10 to the power of minus 3 divided by 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 into C square is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 whole square joules. It is in joules. Now, to convert joules into electron volts, we have to divide this equation by 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. This is indicated here. That is approximately equal to 931 into 10 to the power of 6 mega electron volt. So please repeat this question and answer. 1/12 of mass of one AMU, atomic nucleus of carbon-12, is known as atomic mass unit, denoted by AMU or U. This unit is normally used to measure the mass of nuclei. And the remaining part, that is the Einstein's mass-energy relation, when here m is the mass and is converted into energy, is given by E is equal to mc square, where E is the energy, that is equal to m is the mass and c is the velocity of light. So solving and substituting the values, different values, we get the total mass, the energy equivalent of 1 AMU is equal to 931 into 10 to the power of 6 mega electronic volt. Now we will take up objective type of questions. Here a question will be asked and 4 solutions will be given. You have to choose among the 4 solutions the correct one. So let us start. Number 1. Multiple choice questions. In reaction BE49 plus 4He2 splits up and gives XC6 plus 1NO, and we have to find the value of X, that is the superscript of C, that is carbon. So the options given are A is 16, B is 12, C is 10 and D is 14. Here we have to match superscript, that is 9, 4 on the left side of the equation equals X plus 1. Therefore, 9 plus 4 is 13. And x plus 1 should be equal to 14, or x is equal to 14 minus 13 minus 9 plus 4 is 13. Left side is 13 and right side is x plus 1. Therefore, x will be equal to 13 minus 1 equals 12. And hence answer is B. Question number 2. What is the ratio of nuclear radii if the mass number of the two nuclei are 4 and 32? That is, the options given are 1 is to 2, B is 1 is to 3, and C is 1 is to 4, and D is 1 is to 5. Correct answer is A, 1, that is 1 is to 2. Question number 3. The nuclei of isotopes of an element all contain the same number of a certain particle. What is the particle? The nuclei of isotopes of an element contain the same number of certain particle. That is, the number does not change. So that is, the answer is proton. For proton, the number remains the same. So answer is D. The next part is completion type of questions. Number 1. The rest mass of nucleus is dash, then the sum of rest masses of its constituent nucleus. That is, the rest mass of nucleus is dash than the sum of rest masses of its constituent nucleons. Answer is less. That is, the rest mass of nucleus is less than the sum of rest masses of the constituent nucleons. Question number 2. Heavy water is dash which slows down fast moving neutrons to thermal velocities so that they can cause fission of nuclei. That is, heavy water is a moderator of 235 U92. Uranium. U is uranium. Question number 3. The strong nuclear force holds nucleons together inside a nucleus. Please note, the strong nucleus force holds the nucleons. Question number 4. Two nuclei have mass numbers in the ratio 27 is to 125. Then the ratio of their radii is 3 is to 5. Question number 5. The process responsible for energy production is nuclear fusion. Question number 7. This is the definition. One atomic mass unit is defined as dash mass of an atom of 6C12, that is 1/12. Then we will continue completion type of questions. Question number 7. 1 electron volt is energy acquired by an electron when accelerated through dash potential difference. That is the definition. 1 electron volt is the energy acquired by an electron when it is accelerated through 1 volt potential. Question number 8. Isotopes of an element are atoms of an element which have same atomic number but different weights. So isotopes have the same atomic number. Please note that. You have to remember. Question number 9. Isobars are atoms of different elements which have the same atomic weight but different atomic number. So for isobars, atomic weight is same. For isotopes, atomic number is same. And for isotones, same number of neutrons. These three different types you have to remember. What are isotones, isobars and isotopes? Please write and practice it. Question number 11. Nuclear forces are dash force which hold together the neutrons in tiny nucleus. Nuclear forces are the strongest forces which hold nucleons in the tiny nucleus. The next part is part number 3, true or false type of questions. So the statement is given. You have to say whether it is true or false. Question number 1. The radius r of a nucleus is proportional to the cube root of its mass number. It is true. So the radius r is the cube root, that is a to the power of 1 by 3. Question number 2. Solar energy is mainly caused due to burning of hydrogen and oxygen. It is a false statement because solar energy is due to nuclear fusion. Question number 3. Heavy water is used as moderator in nuclear reactor. It is true. Question number 4. Nuclear forces are charge independent and non-central forces. That is true. This we have seen in the properties of nuclear forces. Question number 5. The density of nuclear matter is independent of the size of the nucleus. It is true. The density is same. Question number 6. Isotopes of an element of the atoms are elements which have different atomic number but same mass number. This is false because isotopes have same atomic number and different mass number. Question number 7. Neutron is a chargeless particle having mass slightly greater than that of proton. It is true because we know neutron does not have any charge. Question number 8. The nuclear force is charge independent and acts equally among all nucleons. It is true. So it does not depend on the charge. Nuclear force does not depend on the charge. Question number 9. All nucleides with same mass number are called isotones. It is false. The next part of objective type of question is part 4, where matching type of questions are asked. In column A, two statements are given. Two statements or parameters or processes or phenomena are given. In the next column, that is the column B, column A options are numbered A and B. Column B options, 4 options in column B are given as P, Q, R, S. You have to match two options of A with options given in column B. Let us start. Column A. Question number 1. Option A. Nuclear fission. And option B is nuclear fusion. So we have to differentiate between fission and fusion. See, the 4 options are given in column B are P, Q, R, S. You please read all the 4. If you observe, by definition, by the process, the fission is breaking of heavy nucleus. Heavy nucleus means the atomic mass will be heavy. That is A, the value of A will be more. So here P is 235. A in option P is 235, which is highest, and it is breaking. Hence, A matches with P. That is, fission is breaking of heavy nucleus. The next part in question number 1 is nuclear fusion. We know combining light nucleus is the fusion. So here light nucleus is option Q, that is 3H, 3 hydrogen 3 1 plus hydrogen 1 1 breaks, combines to form helium 4 2 plus release of large energy. So B matches, fusion matches with Q. The next question 2. Option A. Atoms of higher atomic number are used. And 2B is atoms of lower atomic numbers are used. So higher atomic number is in fission. So A matches with P. And lower atomic numbers are used in fusion. So B matches with R. So you have to, the answers are given in the last column. Question number 3. A. Isotopes. And B is isobars. So here in isotopes, by definition, we know that the atomic number Z is same. Therefore, Z is subscript part, that is in the bottom the number should be same. Z is same means the bottom should be same. So here in R, here H11 and H21. So Z is same in R. So A matches with R. This is the answer. And 3B, isobars. Isobars, by definitions, we know that atomic mass A is same. So atomic mass means superscript. Superscript, it is 137, 39. So it is not same. So in option Q, it is 37 and 37. So B matches with Q. This is the answer. Now question number 4. Option A. 1 mega electronic volt equals to. So this we have to remember. This matches with R. That is R is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 13 joules. That is A matches with R. You have to remember. Then the question B is 4B is H21 plus H21 is H31 plus X. We have to match X. So therefore option B is P, that is neutrons, that is nucleus, neutrons are generated. Okay, B matches with P. With this we come to the conclusion of chapter 30. Please read, learn and practice. Please repeat it.